What's up, Rangers? Welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve.
My name's Arnes.
And today we'll be going over the Star Wars The Black Series Jar Jar Binks from The Phantom Menace.
Now, before you even say anything, there's a reason why Steve bought this figure.
Because I actually like Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah. Pretty much it's that simple. Jar Jar Binks is amazing.
I never really understood all the beef that Jar Jar got. Like, I thought, like, design-wise, he's a fairly unique looking alien. He's kind of the comic relief. He kind of made me giggle a couple of times. He has one of my favorite plushies of all time because you'd squeeze it and it'd go, icky, girl. And even younger Steve understood the references for that.
Ew.
So I decided to grab it. Now, like I mentioned before, I generally collect the 12-inch figures, like the older like collector series ones from Kenner, which they do make a Jar Jar. So I normally would just go with that if I want a Jar Jar.
Yeah.
Like at some point I plan on getting them. Like I used to have one, but I think his clothes got damaged from moving a few times. But Black Series, I still pick up some of the characters I really enjoyed, so that's kind of why I bought everybody's least favorite gungan.
I hope you actually get time, Steve, to turn him into the Sith Lord version.
I think that's kind of what I actually want to do with this, because there was that like rumor a long time where like Kylo was actually Jar Jar, which would have been fantastic. So I kind of want to try to get like a Sith cloth and maybe a lightsaber that I can make limp.
That would be
or
great.
something.
Yeah, just heat gun and bend it over.
Yeah. Like, he needs something, or maybe like try to find like one of the pikes. I got a few ideas. But primarily, like, he'll mostly probably be like this on my shelf. It's mainly gonna be for videos. But I do still kind of want to get, like, I wouldn't mind getting a Kylo anyways. I used to have one. Out of all, like, everybody from the prequels, he's the only one I really liked.
A teenage boy throwing a fit.
Aesthetically. I think he looks cool.
God, whoever made those movies just needs to burn in hell.
J.J. Abrams has made okay things. He made Cloverfield. I think that's the only thing I really like that he actually made, to be fair. But
he made a couple of things I like, but he destroyed Star Wars, man. God, I hate that guy.
Well, to be fair, like I said, I don't mind Force Awakens. Like I said, like Kylo in that movie, I think they should have kept the helmet on him longer.
You should have never took the helmet off in the first movie until second movie.
So, like, second movie, yeah, should have been like the face reveal. Like, they could have done the whole Han Solo thing, but I think that still could have been just as impactful with the helmet on.
Yeah.
Like, maybe tease him taking it off, and then he kills Han, and that's what happens. Yeah. I think I would have been much more okay with that. And outside of that, like, I think the first movie's fine. It's not amazing, it's fine. Second movie, probably one of my least favorite movies of all time.
Didn't see it. After the first one, I never saw any other Star Wars. Not even the only thing I've seen was Mandalorian.
Mandalorian's great. The third one, I don't hate, but I don't love it either. Like, it just kind of was there for me. Which isn't really where I want a Star Wars movie to be. Like, that one kind of reminds me a lot of Attack of the Clones for me.
And the sad thing is,
I can watch it, but I'm not really that excited.
When they make a next Star Wars movie, everyone's still gonna pile to see it.
Right? Well, to be fair, like, granted, like, I know some people don't like them, but, like, the ones that, like, the movies they did that weren't actually a part of the trilogy, like Rogue One and Solo, I actually really like those movies.
Never seen them, because I was afraid they would suck just like The Force Awakens.
Rogue One's great. Han Solo's a fun movie. It's not, like, an amazing movie by all means, but it's fun.
But the Rogue One, though, it's like, I know how it ends before even watching it.
But it's so good, though.
I don't... maybe it's I don't like that kind of concept. Like, I just know everyone's gonna.
Well, it's like the prequels. You know, like if you were surprised that Anakin was becoming Darth Vader, something went wrong.
I never said I enjoy those movies.
But you're there for, like, you want to know how the adventure happened. Like, you know the end results, but you want to see, like, how we got to that end.
I don't know. I guess I'm just
like, you knew that X plus X was equaling 2, but you don't know that it was gonna be 1 plus 1.
Yeah.
You know? But anyways, we're just going to get into this. We've been talking for a bit. So for the packaging, you can see Jar Jar inside with his accessories. You get the gungan on the side of the package here with some dirt coloring on the bottom here. You get his name, what movie he's from. Not too much on the opposite side. Top of the package is a little clear. Back of the package, get the description for Jar Jar. A clumsy, well-meaning gungan outcast on Naboo, Jar Jar Binks struggles to prove his worth throughout his life. And then a bunch of stuff on the bottom here and some legal mumbo jumbo. But anyways, let's get him open up out of his cardboard prison. Alright, so now that we got Jar Jar open up out of his cardboard prison, first and foremost, I want to say Jar Jar is a fairly stable action figure, and I appreciate it.
Steve, don't judge him by his fat feet just because he stands.
Just because he has a more wider base than most every other action figure in my collection does not make him any less inferior. In fact, his fat feet make him superior, if you will, to everyone else. I thank you. He's a man after my own heart, with my own fat feet as well. But anyways, first we're going to go over his accessories, starting with his gungan shield, his energy barrier, which has like the little loop here so that you can fit his hand through, but everything else has this slightly like pinkish purple plastic. I will say that my plastic is scuffed the hell though.
I was going to say, is that dirt? Because it looks like it's dirty from this end.
I literally just got out of the package and you can see there's like scuff marks there, scuff marks there, a few here and there, which it's not like the best plastic quality, right? He's just in the middle of battle. Of course the energy barrier is going to get nicks and dings.
Yeah, gosh.
Right? God. Anyways, he can hold it in his hand here. So you just rotate his hand around. Pop that through. Now he's holding onto his shield, protecting himself from incoming stuff, if you will. Oh, that might be the reason why we're nicking it up. It's just because Steve's throwing things at it. He also comes with the little... I forget exactly what it's called, but it's like the little energy bomb that they were lobbing. Which is kind of cool. Got a little translucent purple for the top bit here for the orb. It's got a handle that's fairly ornate. Thing is I kind of wish... I thought they were like lobbing these things, and I thought this would have more of like a bend to it than it does.
Yeah.
I'd have to go back and watch the movie. It's been a hot minute since I watched The Phantom Menace, to be fair. But you can just hold on to it with this maybe other hand. So you can have him like getting ready to whip it across the battlefield. Almost kind of looks like a mace. Like it's like a little billy club just going to go around whacking other droids with it. And then you get the giant spear here as well, which has a little bit of wrapping here for the handles. You do have to do a little bit of attaching because this part is disconnected from the package. But it just pops into the little hole down here. It's got the little spear tip on the end. Overall, not too bad. Nice little weapon.
Oh, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, like it's nothing really painted. Like the handle's the only thing that's painted. The rest of this is just kind of like a gold plastic. But nothing too shabby. And overall, that's it. I kind of wish one accessory I wish he would have came with, and especially at the price point, because granted he has a little because he's $30 compared to the normal like 20-ish for your standard Black Series figure. I kind of wish he had a different head, because I want because looking at him, you got serious Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah.
That comes with the packaging. But I only ever remember him in the film being goofy. So where's my goofy happy Jar Jar? Right? Because like, if you're going to display Jar Jar, which one would you prefer? You want stern, super serious Jar Jar that's going to be a Sith Lord here in the near future? Or you want goofy Jar Jar?
I want goofy Jar Jar. Is what I'm
with saying. Like him smiling, or maybe like him with his tongue out or something. I think it would have been nice to see as an extra accessory. Because the weapons are nice, but for the most part, I feel like for an extra $10, I got the shield. And that's pretty much about it. Like, yeah. He probably would have came with this or the spear to begin with anyways. And for the price point, I don't quite think it was worth it just for the random extra stuff. But an extra head would have been kind of cool.
I would rather, honestly, just have an extra head instead of the shield.
Yeah. Or maybe just like stuff to kind of coincide. Like a pit droid would probably actually been kind of cool, because he interacts with that. Or maybe the thing that he was trying to eat. Because for the most part, like, it's cool that he has like his battle stuff, but he didn't really use it that much in the movie, you know?
Yeah.
So it's cool. And I guess like him having the battle stuff kind of makes more sense having a more serious looking Jar Jar. But I think aesthetically wise, not as happy with it as for the most part. But detail wise, like, he looks great. Like you see here with the skin patterning here. Looks very akin to the film, where he's very orangish red with some skin tones coming down the back of the ear flaps. And same with on the front here, where his top of his face, it's got that tan, which goes into the oranges and reds. Got his eyes, which are also painted very nicely.
Are they straight?
They are straight. They even got the extra detailing that you would have seen with like the little speckles in the eyes on the side of the irises, which is really nice. You got his attire with this little like leather vest here with this black shirt underneath.
Is it oily like the last figure, Steve?
Oh, like with the Terminator? We just got done reviewing the Terminator. And sadly, no.
Oh.
He's not a NECA. You don't have to pay extra to get the oil on him. And he's got the little wrappings here around his backside. And then you got his pants here, which got a little bit of texture to them. Kind of almost look like leather. Kind of like that cheap like leather pants. On the side here, it's even got like a little bit of stitching.
You can definitely tell he's like a poor man.
Yeah, it was just, he's like a gungan that got kicked out of his gungan society. You know, you kind of just work with what you got. Same with the arms here. Got really nice detailing for a skin pattern coming down to the hand here. And then for his feet, again, we mentioned super fat. It's got the painted toes. Skin tone on the bottom. For his articulation, his head can look up about that far. Downwards about that far.
I like the head and the neck has rotation.
Yeah, what's nice is like you get a lot of play up here. So this can rotate, and then at his neck, you get even more rotation there. For his arm, you can go up about that far, down about that far, rotates all the way around. Not much of a rotation actually, like side to side. You do get at the elbow, which has single jointed elbow, but you can get it to bend both ways.
Whoa.
So you can break his elbow if you really wanted to. Hand can rotate all the way around. It's on a hinge, so I can go forward and back. For his chest, not too much forward motion. You do get a decent back though. Then side to side, nothing at the waist. It feels kind of looks like there should be waist articulation, but there isn't. His legs can go outwards about that far, inwards about that far. Nice forward kick, not too much of a back kick. Cloth gets in the way. Double jointed knees, then rotation on top of the thigh too, then rotation at the foot, and then can go forward and back on the hinge here. And for quick comparisons here, we have the Black Series Jar Jar Binks compared next to some other Black Series characters with Admiral Akbar and the Off-World Jawa. And here's next to the Black Series Mando and Beskar armor and the Remnant Trooper. And here's with the Black Series Scout Trooper with Speeder Bike and Child, and the Death Trooper. And here's some other colorful characters with the Lightning Collection's Alpha 5 from the Alpha 5 Zordon 2-pack from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Tongue twister. And the Xavier Woods, or you may know as Austin Creed from WWE The Elite Series. And for some random comparisons, here he is with the NECA Kenner Tribute Aliens Drake and the Figma Bikini Armor figure. So overall for the Black Series Jar Jar Binks, this figure's cool. I don't know about $30 cool.
Whoa. Whoa, he's $30?
$30. He costs,
he was 19.
Nope, costs $10 more than your standard Star Wars figure. So Darth Vader would be cheaper than Jar Jar here. My
Okay.
Commander Cody that I bought at the same time comes with 2 guns. And then the figure here, and it was $10 less. So essentially has one less accessory.
So you pay $10 for one accessory.
$10 for one accessory.
Oh.
Can't say I'm a big fan. I wish this would have came with an extra head. Something that would have been more like, none of these accessories kind of scream Jar Jar for me. Like they scream Gungan.
Yeah.
But not Jar Jar. And I think
he's a unique character in his own way. Would be best way to say it.
Yeah, and I was excited with the set. Like seeing the accessories, I wasn't quite that pleased with it originally, but after having them in hand, I'm not gonna pose them with any of them.
No.
Like he's just gonna stand on my shelf for the most part, and then it's like I got serious Jar Jar on my shelf, and I think if you're a fan of Jar Jar, it's not really the look that you're going for.
Yeah.
So if you're in the Black Series, you're probably going to buy him if you're a fan of Jar Jar. If you're not that big of a fan of Jar Jar, I feel like this is a figure that you could probably skip out on. Maybe even hope that it's going to pop up on clearance, which might be a push because he isn't considered. He's not exclusive but it's a unique figure for the line.
That's the thing that might make it go up in price.
Because there's also a Boba Fett coming out that's also like this, but he has like the gun breaks apart for like when the lightsaber blast damages it and stuff like that. And flame effects and stuff, which again with that figure, that stuff matches Boba Fett. It matches scenes. Yeah. None of this really works for
it doesn't match any of the scenes.
Yeah. So again, it's a solid figure, but not anything I'm super excited about. But what do you guys think? If you guys picked up Jar Jar Binks, what's your favorite alien from Star Wars? Or is actually aliens just more your thing? Please know in the comments. We also have an Instagram, Patreon, Pinterest, Facebook. Guys, like to keep up with the date with the channel and donate. We greatly appreciate it. And help us to beat those kaijus by hitting that like button, subscribe, become a Ranger today, and see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.